Hey, so I got a pretty cool story that's just happened. The story starts back probably 9-10 years ago, and I was teaching this student named Matt. Matt was probably the best student that I've ever had. We've all got one student that was just, like the best. They were amazing. Matt was that guy. And when I finished my music degree, I decided, man, I don't actually want to be, like a famous musician or just a professional musician. I want to, I want to be good, and I want to play lots of gigs and have fun, but I don't want to just do that. I had a teacher that made such an impact on me that I decided I wanted to be a really great music teacher. And I remember doing a gig once where I was playing this big festival, and I was playing on stage, and there's, I don't know, 10,000 people or something. I was doing a drum solo, and it was cool. I could play, and I just remember thinking, like, this isn't actually that exciting. Like, I'm thinking about what I want to do after the show more than how cool it is that I'm in front of all these people doing this solo, and I just didn't really care that much. And I was in a lesson with Matt, and the phone rang, and it was from another friend who played in a band that I had opened for, and I had always said, man, I wish I could play for that band, they're awesome. And I then got a call, and they had moved to America and Canada, and had been signed and started touring. It's kind of the dream when you come from little old New Zealand to be able to go and tour overseas. It was amazing. And they rang me and said, hey, our drummer has decided to come back to New Zealand, and would you like to come and play for the band, and you'll get to tour New Zealand, America, Canada, and a few other countries. And that would have been the dream years ago, right? But I was, it wasn't a hard answer for me. I just said, man, that would be cool, but I actually decided I'd rather, build a teaching business and try and like make everyone else the rock star. And he's like, that's cool, man. And that kid Matt was in the room. He heard that conversation. It was a band that he had gone and watched lots of times, and he was just like, dude, why would you say no to that? These guys are awesome. And I said, I just got a different passion, man. And so anyway, the cool thing that happened is this guy Matt is now in a band that's one of New Zealand's most popular bands, and they're just sort of starting to take off overseas, and they're on tour at the moment with Christina Aguilera, opening for her. They've been and done a few gigs with Ed Sheeran, and so they're starting to do all this cool stuff. And I just thought, that is so cool that I sort of said to him, I don't want to do this. I want to make my career making other people be the rock stars. And it happened to that guy, and now he's playing on these massive stages and sent me some cool videos and big thank yous, and that's cool. That's who I want it to be. And so I just want to encourage you, if you are thinking that you are giving up on something cool to be a music teacher, if you feel like you are, cashing in the dream of playing on big stages, it's not true, man. You are changing lives. You are actually developing people and giving them the tools so they can go do those other things. And it really is true that it is more exciting to kind of give than receive. And I get a far bigger kick of seeing someone like Matt up on stage in front of 10,000 people than I would get playing in front of 100,000 people. So just be encouraged with that your students, you may hear their success stories, you may lose contact and not hear them, but you are really empowering them. You're giving them tools they're going to use for life, that they can pass on to people, and they're going to really do some cool stuff. They're going to help some people. They're going to be in people's iPhones and iPods, and they're going to be at big festivals, and they're going to do all this cool stuff because you decided that you would take the time out to be a teacher, to pass on what you've learned and help the next generation. So all of you are flipping awesome for doing it. So keep doing it, because it is a worthwhile and worthy cause.